This is a top of the line, nearly $500,000 industrial grade agricultural row crop tractor. And this right here is a top of the line, nearly $24,000 SR trim Nissan Kicks. Now you could purchase one of these tractors or 21 Nissan Kicks for about the same price. However, we're here to find out, why should you even purchase the Nissan Kicks? Nissan Kicks came out in 2018. Since then, it hasn't changed a lot, but the industry has. Nissan offers a very strong value proposition in this segment. Most vehicles are starting in the mid-20s. Nissan's able to offer the Kicks at a $19,000 price point. But it gets better than that. Torque numbers on the vehicle, you're looking at 114 pound-feet of torque. It's no means fast. It's actually the slowest in this segment, but you see, Nissan was never chasing those numbers. In this segment, Nissan comes in first place when we talk about fuel economy. The Nissan Kicks is offered in 3 different trims. This right here is the SR. The SR is top of the line. SR will set you back at approximately $24,000. That is equivalent to a starting price of some of our competitor vehicles. The SR trim comes very well equipped. On the exterior of the vehicle, we've got LED headlamps with auto high beam assist. We do have fog lights, but they're standard on the vehicle. All trims do get them. I wish all the bulbs were LEDs. Unfortunately, the fogs are not. Same with our turn signals, and a lot of the lights on the vehicle are not LEDs. The SR trim gets a very unique dark chrome grille running across the V-Motion grille that Nissan has on all their products. Now, the thing that's very nice is it looks like as if the chrome has been tinted on the vehicle. I love the look, but honestly, I feel like if Nissan had done the same with the Nissan logo and the rest of the chrome on the vehicle, it would have matched a little bit better. So Nissan does offer 17-inch alloy wheels. They're very nice to look at. They are two-tone and you can customize them with matching color inserts. We've got heated side mirrors with turn signals built in. We've got silver painted roof rails, which do match the lower body of the vehicle. Silver paint going down along the trim. On the back of the car, if you look at the rear spoiler, it is matched to the roof, which is also painted as black. Also, another item that can be customized on the vehicle, you can customize the roof color. On the back of the vehicle, we've got a regular antenna. I wish they had given us a shark fin. They do look really nice. Moving along the tail lights, these are not LEDs, unfortunately. Like I had mentioned on the front, not all the bulbs are LEDs on this car. The rear bumper is really cool. It does give it a retro slash off-roading look, you could say, with the black inserts. They're definitely going to be more durable when you're loading things into the car and taking them out. We've got unique SR badging to make sure everyone knows that we're driving an SR around town. On the back of the bumper, just like the front bumper, we do have color matched inserts. Now again, like I mentioned, I wish the entire bumper was painted, but this does give it a nice cool look. None of the glass on the vehicle is tinted. However, one thing to note is the rear glass does extend all the way down to a lower point than we see on most vehicles. When we look at the length of the vehicle, the Kicks is actually longer than a lot of its competitors. The Kicks is longer than the HR-V, it's longer than the CX-3, it's longer than the Kona, it's even longer than the previous Juke. However, when we compare it to the Toyota, it's actually shorter. Looking at the back of the car, we've got 915 liters of cargo space. That's a lot. And that space that we talked about looking at the length does reflect into the back of the car. Looking at the back of the Kicks, we don't have a power liftgate, but it's quite standard. I mean, in this segment, a lot of vehicles don't offer that. One thing that's very nice to notice is Nissan does give us a privacy cover, which is removable. Obviously, if you have some things in the back like groceries or something more important, you don't want people looking in. When we do close the tailgate, no one can see what you've got inside. Looking at the seats, we've got a 60-40 split, which is nice. It doesn't go to a full complete drop down where it matches the trunk, and I'll show you why that is. is if you look at the floor where it meets the seat, Nissan is very clever with this. They've actually dropped the floor on the trunk a lot. And if you look, it does not give you a flush trunk. However, it does give you more cargo space. So let's talk about what we get with the Kicks, because there's a lot of things we're getting. And interior, exterior, surprisingly, is pretty well equipped on the car. The center armrest is a funny one. I like it personally. That's because I'm driving the car. It's very, very soft. It's quite comfortable. However, in terms of design and in terms of my passengers, they hate it because they don't get one. And I feel like Nissan could have done something with this, either attach the same armrest on the passenger seat so at least the passenger has an armrest. If not, maybe make some sort of a center console armrest that flows with the center console. A little bit of a design. Now there's a lot of cheap plastic in the middle of the center console, which certain places I feel like over here would never be used. What would you really put over there? Anything you put will probably slide around. They have a few nice storage compartments, like, you know what, right above the gear shifter. I typically would store like my wallet in there or my phone. It's nice, deep, it doesn't move around, and it secures anything I put in there. On the inside of the vehicle, you definitely feel like, you know what, it's a premium car you're driving. And believe it or not, for the price that you pay, you get a lot of premium features in this car. I love the digital cluster. It's sharp, the contrast is really good, the colors are very nice, vivid. I can see even when the sun's hitting at it, like right now, I can still see clearly all the graphics, unlike a lot of the competitors or even other vehicles in this segment nowadays that have digital clusters. They're struggling to find that happy medium between colors, contrast, brightness, where the person can still see everything and it's all visible and it's not being faded in the sun. Nissan does a really good job with this. My only pet peeve is, Nissan, if you guys put a digital cluster, why go half digital and half analog with the speedometer? I would have liked it if everything was digital in this car. I'm sure most people would agree with me on that. So on the inside of the vehicle, if we look at the roof, there is no sunroof, there's no panoramic roof, there's nothing, it's just a cloth on the top. I wish Nissan did offer some sort of a panel roof or a sunroof, at least in the segment. A lot of the competitors do offer it, so obviously that's something that might not go in their favor, but then again, it's not something that anybody ever needs to have in their car. It's always a nice want, right? On the SR trim, you get this Bose Personal Plus sound system. It is phenomenal. I love music. I'm a music guy. I gotta be blasting my music at all times. And you know what? That alone is a selling feature for me to opt into the SR trim. There isn't a huge price difference between all the trims if you look at it, but some of the features that are really, really outstanding that, you know what, you gotta opt for. If you like music, you gotta try the sound system that Nissan's offering in the Kicks. If you look at the headrest on the driver's side, we've got speakers built in on both sides. Something really, really unique and cool that you find that's not available on any other car in the Nissan lineup or even in any of the competitor vehicles. I think Nissan's very smart with this. They're targeting an audience which is towards the younger crowd, the ones that are typically buying these sort of vehicles. That's a smart move on Nissan's end. So Nissan gives us a 7-inch touch infotainment system in the center right over here. It's a very good system. I really like it. You know what? The graphics are pretty crisp on this as well. It's been updated over the years. Nissan used to have an old system. They're using the new one in this. It has Android Auto. It has Apple CarPlay. It's got all the modern tech of today that anyone would need. I really like the fact that Nissan put a tilt on this. If you look at the top, it's tilted much more than the base down here. And it makes it easy for you to touch. Obviously, it's within your reach. And not only that, it makes it easy to read because the screen isn't tilted towards the sky, it's tilted towards the driver. Very smart, very clever, and I think it works on this car. We've got heated seats on the vehicle. There is no dual zone climate control, not a big deal. I don't think anyone's gonna go crazy over that. There's no heated steering wheel, which is sad. I wish Nissan did put a heated steering wheel in this one. But we've got heated seats. Obviously, that's a must in Canada where we live. Looking at everything else in regards to design, it's very clean. It's very simple. There's not a lot going on here. Easy to touch buttons, to the point, nice big dials. I think they did a good job with this. Every crossover has to be tested with their all-wheel drive system. This one doesn't have one. So we're gonna test the front wheel drive system. Given that it is a front wheel drive, it might struggle. A few patches on this terrain that we've got are tricky to maneuver, but let's see how the Kicks does. The Kicks handles really well even in different terrains like we have over here. Given it's a front wheel drive car, we're not having any issues maneuvering or getting it out of any tricky situations. We're doing fairly well. The day is coming to an end, and our time with the Kicks is coming to an end. We've had a nice long weekend and an entire long week to drive this vehicle. That's the lane departure going off. But all in all, we were very, very impressed by this little toy, I would call it. Initially, our expectations were not what had come out of the vehicle. Truthfully, when we first picked it up, we were thinking that, you know what, it's just going to be like any other car that we've ever driven. But once we got behind the wheel, probably after the first few days, we realized that, you know what, you could live with having 122 horsepower. It's not a big deal. And driving it on a day-to-day basis, we took it up to the country roads, we took it in the back roads, we took it on our test drive, we did a little highway driving, we did some city driving. We had fun with it. And all in all, I think this is a vehicle I would consider if I was in the segment. And the entire team here, as we filmed, we loved the vehicle more and more as time went by. I think Nissan might be hitting a home run with this vehicle. However, the segment is new, so it will take some time for Nissan to get the ball rolling, and not just Nissan, any of the manufacturers in the segment. If you are considering a new vehicle and you're looking for something in this segment or this size, even if you're looking at sedans, I would say step out of your comfort zone, go check out something different, look at a subcompact crossover, and you'd be surprised how much value you're getting for your dollar. I would highly recommend it. I was very impressed. I think this is a phenomenal vehicle, especially at the price point that Nissan has put it. You cannot go wrong with this. So if you are new watching our channel for the first time, please do subscribe. It helps us grow our community. Being a new channel, obviously it takes time, and you know, the more subscribers we have, the more content we can generate. Manufacturers do look at that when they're giving us vehicles, how much viewership we have, how many subscribers we have. Your help definitely helps us. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.